The Washington Commanders just calmly walk into Ford Field and handle their business and come away with a huge victory, 45-31. Jayden Daniels, he makes the right play every play and does not ever screw up. 0 turnovers again. I think maybe 1 sack, no negative plays. He's getting the ball out to different people, the right people. He's running when he has to run. The line is doing a nice job. Brian Robinson, the running game, and Austin Eckler is a good combination with Jayden is passing. And different people are hurting you. De'Ami Brown had a nice game. Terry McLaurin, a 70-yard screen pass for touchdown. Austin Eckler out of the backfield. Zach Ertz, a key 4th down conversion for a touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. had some good hits in the running game. Jamison Crowder came in, had a big 3rd down play and another 3rd down and 10 conversion early in that football game. So OZ, he didn't have much production, but he's out there. He could do some different things. So they're hurting you a lot of different ways. Cliff Kingsbury's dialing them up, and Jayden is just handling his business calm, cool, and collected every single time. It's unbelievable. And defensively, what can you say? They gave up 500 yards, but they got 5 turnovers. Armstrong got the big sack fumble. It was a great front. They moved him down to over the guard, over Glasgow, probably the weakest link of that offensive line. Got him in a one-on-one matchup, sack, strip, fumble in the red zone. And then, of course, the reverse pass that was intercepted. Sinistro with an unbelievable break on the football. It was a great read, a good throw by Jared Goff, but Sinistro with an excellent break on the ball and a big turnover. Obviously, the pick 6 was huge, and the rest of the defense, very opportunistic. That's how they played. It's like a tag team wrestling match. Offense comes off, they tag the defense, they come off, get a good play, and then they tag back in the offense, and they do a good job. So, and then they tag Tressway once in a while, and he bombs it down there inside the 10-yard line. So yeah, they're hitting on all cylinders. Zane Gonzalez made a field goal, and he's doing his job. This team is 1 game away from going to the Super Bowl. Who would have thought that? The Washington Commanders have a chance to beat the Philadelphia Eagles and go to the Super Bowl this year. Nobody would have thought that. Not one person in America would have thought that, other than probably Jayden Daniels and Jayden Daniels' family and people who have been around Jayden and coached Jayden. So hats off to them and Dan Quinn and the rest of the people, and it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a hell of a game against Philadelphia, a physical game. We know that Washington handled them last time. Jalen Hurts got hurt in that game, I think, in the first quarter. Washington came back and beat them. This will be a very similar type deal. Got to stop Saquon Barkley, got to stop the run, but Washington, don't put anything past this football team. I picked against them last week like an idiot, and they proved me wrong, and I'm glad they did, man. Hats off to Washington. I think a big thing that hurt the Lions was the 3rd play or 2nd play of the game, and Meek Robertson got hurt. And he was going to be matched up against Terry McLaurin, and they could do a lot of different things, leave him on an island and do a lot of things with their coverage. When he went down, I think it hurt their defense and their frame of mind. But I was surprised at how effortless Washington moved the ball on them. They had some big critical 3rd down conversions, a couple 4th down conversions, but 45 points, 38 because we got a pick 6 for touchdown. So 38 points against that defense is pretty dang good. It's just the efficiency of Jayden. He's very accurate. He obviously can use his legs on critical 3rd and 4th down and short plays. But yeah, I watched the film this morning, and he just throws it to the right guy every time. He missed a guy in a flat for a touchdown early in the game, but other than that, he's making the right decision and the right throw and an accurate throw every single time, which is unbelievable for a rookie. Defense has given up some yards for sure. They have struggled in certain areas, but they are also making huge plays, whether it's a 4th down stop, whether it's an interception, a forced fumble, like we mentioned with Armstrong. They're coming out and they're playing with their hats on fire, hairs on fire, and they're making plays. They're running all over the place. You can see the leadership that Bobby Wagner has and Luvu, the 2 linebackers. Payne and Allen on the interior, they're veteran type guys that know how to play the game and know where to be and get off blocks and run to the football. Their corner play has gotten better. But yeah, as a group, I don't know if they have any first team all pro players on their team. I don't know if they have any second teamers, but as a group, they play hard. And you're going to have to be efficient on offense to beat this team because they're not going to screw up and beat themselves. You can find some holes. Jahmyr Gibbs found some holes. Goff found some completions, 500 yards. They're there. But you're going to have to do it on a consistent basis. And if you do screw up, Washington will capitalize, and Washington will just frustrate you and try to make you force plays, and then they'll capitalize on the mistakes. So, yeah, it was a great game I think against that offense for the Detroit Lions. I thought the Washington defense played very, very well. This run is unheard of. I mean, we're talking about history in the making as far as the best first year performance of anybody at any position in any sport by Jayden Daniels. This is unheard of what he's doing. It's rookie of the year, obviously, but this is rookie of all time in any sport, what he's doing and what the Commanders have done to turn this program around so quickly with Dan Quinn and new coordinators and obviously new management and a new GM. All that have put together this football team and got them in position to be in an NFC championship game in year one. And, there's a lot of reasons for it, but obviously Jayden Daniels is a huge part. But you still have to coach the team. You have to find your right coordinators and play good defense at times and play in critical situations and protect the football. They're doing all that. They're a well-coached football team without a doubt. Not giving all the credit to Jayden Daniels, although he deserves the lion's share of it, but he's so fun to watch. But hats off to everybody in that organization, fans. They've been starving for it. I couldn't get it to them. Tried my ass off, but it didn't work out. Coach Rivera couldn't quite get it done. And now Coach Quinn comes in there, has a hell of a draft, gets some key free agents. Peters does a good job putting this team together. And here they are, one game away from the Super Bowl. Hail to the Commanders. I think the Commanders can adapt. They've proven they can adapt and play a tough, physical, hard-nosed game, low-scoring game, a 19-13 game. They can play a high-scoring game, 45-31. They can do both, and they are physically tough up front, I think, with Jonathan Allen back in the lineup and Deron Payne in the middle, and they got Bobby Wagner and Luvu and the linebackers. They got some edge. If they can just secure the edge a little bit, get in their gaps, get off blocks, we'll have a chance. Heck, they're not throwing the ball extremely well. Philadelphia Eagles, they're not throwing the ball good enough to really hurt you through the air. So get Saquon on the ground. I know it's easier said than done. The Rams did a pretty good job. And then you look up at the stat sheet. Oh, my God, he had 200 yards rushing. And Jalen Hurts had 75. We gave up 400 yards rushing. That might be the case. I don't know. But I think the Washington Commanders can play bully ball as well offensively and control the clock, proven they can beat the Eagles. So, yeah, this will be a game about protecting the football. Both teams do an excellent job of that. Philadelphia had 0 turnovers. Washington had 0 turnovers. Obviously, situational football, converting in the red zone, and field goal kicking. Zane Gonzalez, Elliott's been horrible for Philadelphia. So this could come down to a field goal, and